Okay, welcome. Let us start our session. I hope you have practiced our previous session. So we have some questions on the session level properties. That I will take it session level properties, workflow level properties, and lookup cache, everything I will take it separately. Okay. Newly I will take separate session I will take. So everyone has completed all the sessions before that. We all completed. Any questions in our previous session? Okay, we will continue our session today. So far we have completed 14 transformations. Again, today we will have another 2 transformations. One is SQL transformation. Next one is stored procedure transformation. Okay. So what is this SQL transformation? This is 15th transformation. So SQL transformation. So SQL transformation is an active transformation in connected one. Whenever we want to execute any SQL statement in between in the mapping, then we can have the SQL transformation. So in 2 transformation, we used to have SQL. One is source qualifier transformation. The other one is lookup transformation. These 2 we have already seen. If you are facing any issues, any performance issues on the lookup transformation, we want to execute some SQL in between the mapping, then you can go for the SQL transformation. This SQL transformation is an active, and whenever we need any SQL transformation, we can execute through SQL transformation. Okay. Whatever we are using in SQL queries in SQL transformation, that can be achieved by using the lookup. But that's what, if you are facing any issues or if you are not able to handle it in lookup, then we can go for SQL transformation. And also we have in SQL transformation, we have 2 different modes of SQL execution. So one is query mode, another one is script mode. So what is it? Query mode, right? What is the query mode, right? The query mode, we can execute the query SQL query by using the SQL transformation. The script mode, we can give the SQL as file. Okay, SQL statement as a file we can execute, and then we can give the SQL statement as a file, and then you can, the SQL transformation can be executed. It will execute that SQL file. So over the period of time, you want to give a different SQL, then you can pass that SQL through the script mode. Okay. If you look at here, so we will see the query mode here. The script mode you try for as an exercise. Then if you are not able to do, I will do it. Okay. Okay, for this SQL transformation, I will take source as employees table, target as P_employees_. I will take the mapping M_SQL_ transformation. Just I'm creating the mapping. I have dragged and drop the source and target. So you can drag and drop the target. So I can take target is T_employees_department. It has employee detail as well as department details. If you look at here, so up to here, these are all the columns from employees. These 2 columns I need to get from the departments. Okay, this one can be achieved by using 3 different scenario. One is source qualifier, joiner transformation, or lookup transformation. But this time I'm going for the SQL transformation. This is what the SQL transformation. If you click on the SQL, this is what you'll be getting the SQL transformation. We will be having the mode of query execution, 2 different mode. So once you have selected, after that you cannot change it. you can see here query mode and script mode. So first of all, I'm going with query mode. Click on OK. Database type is Oracle data type, Oracle database, and the database connection is static connection. So you can give all this information, click on OK. The SQL transformation will be created, and you can see here the SQL error, right? SQL error is the default port. Whenever you are getting any error, you can take the error message from this port to the output. You can drag and drop this one. You can drag and drop this one to a input port. You can click on this input port. Input port will be created, and output also will be created automatically. Look at here, the output also created. You can double click. You can go to the SQL port. So you can see all the port here, and you'll be having the above one is called input port. Above one is called input port, and the below one is called SQL output. So SQL error, we have the SQL output. You can see the SQL query. Here we can write the SQL query. This will be executed. Okay, first of all, we have to give all the native type, the data type of each and every field. This one we have to give employee ID decimal. You can give this decimal as number of p, s. And then string, you can give for varchar2. Again, string, you can go for varchar2. String, again varchar2. See, all this you have to define. String, varchar2. For all the columns, we have to define. So date and time, you can mention this as date. Then you can go for string, varchar2, number of p, s, number of p, s, number of p, s, precision and scale. Okay. So this one you can go for decimal. And then what is the two port I need? Here I need department name and location ID extra. By passing the department ID from here, I want to get department name and location ID. So I can get here, create two port, new field. You can go for department underscore name. So you can go for department underscore name, department underscore name, and location underscore ID. So I'm just creating two ports as output port, location ID. Department name is string. So I can go for, instead of character, I can go for varchar2 string. So this location ID is decimal or number. So you can go for number of p, s. This is what the two port I have created. In the SQL query, I have to write the SQL query. So what is SQL query? Here I have to write select department name. So I can go for department underscore name, comma, location underscore ID, where I have to pass the department ID equal to the input department ID. So where department ID equal to this port I have to pass. If you're going for parameter binding, then you can have this department ID. You can double click. You can have this column as within the question mark, you'll be having the department ID. So this will be passed in the runtime. Okay, then it will be populated with department name and location ID that will be given to the each and every record. It will be passed to the department name and location ID of the port. Okay, you have to give all the port, apply, click on OK. Then if you go here, so we have created only two port, right? Output port, but it will have all the port. You can take from here all the port from employee ID to location ID. We can take all the port from here. Okay, we can take all the port here. This is what we can go for SQL transformation query mode. So after some time, in our next session, we will see the script mode. Okay, now we have created the mapping. Click on save. It's a valid. We can go to the workflow. I'm creating a workflow. WF underscore SQL underscore transformation. SQL transformation, just I'm creating it. We can take the session from here and we can take the mapping, corresponding mapping. Double click, go to mapping. Source should be pointing to source. Target should be pointing to target. And only one thing here we have to notice that so target I'm truncating before loading the data into the table, it will truncate and load. So same like our lookup or stored procedure, we have to provide the connection here. So whenever we are using SQL transformation, right, we have to provide the connection. So here database type is relational database. So here we have to choose what is the database type and then value, which is the value. See the source table, the departments table is there in this particular connection. Oracle, the source connection, click on OK and apply here, click on OK. Now save it. Before running it, I will show you what data is available in the source and target. You can see here. You can go to the HR schema. Here, I will show you select star from departments table. So here, I have the departments table. I have the employees table. So both I'm going to join it. Select star from employees table. See, for each and every employee, I want to get the department name of the employee. So what is 60, what is 90? I want to look up in this table by using the SQL transformation. And then I want to get it. So I can go for select star from. So first of all, we'll use select star from the table name. As of now, we do not have any data. As of now, we do not have any data. I'm going to execute this particular workflow. It should load the data into this table for this department ID, department name, and location ID also. Here. The monitor is running now. You can get this run properties and see here to be running. It got loaded all the 107 record. We can go and check here whether it has been loaded with department. Okay, department name and the location is not loaded. Okay, only. So why it did not load?
Chandra, in the SQL query, you have not given from department.
Oh, sorry. The query, I have done mistake from departments. Yes, correct. The table name I haven't given, right? That's the reason. Okay. So now I will refresh. You have to run. So it will be loaded now. Now it will get loaded. See what you can do. So whenever you are writing this type of query, right? First write the query and execute one sample query in the database and then paste it here. That's what normally we will do. Then you will not miss it anything. So here, since we have taken truncate and load, we can just execute. So you look at here, now it has been loaded with department name and location ID. Okay. So not only this type of query, we can write any queries here. So we can pass one value. We want to get any other value from this table. We can get it. Say for an example, I'm passing customer ID from here. I want to take customer details, all the details. We can take it from other tables. Okay. Whatever the tables, I can take it. So this is what I can go for SQL transformation. Just to try for this query mode, sorry, script mode, just you can take, so I will show you if you are taking the script mode, right? If you keep the SQL transformation, you take the script mode, it will have only one input script name, we have to pass the file name here. Then the script result will be getting here. Okay. So try that script mode. What is the script mode? Otherwise, I will tell you tomorrow. Okay. First of all, this is what the exercise for the script mode. You can try this SQL transformation. Okay. Any questions? See, whenever we are using SQL transformation, right, make sure that you are giving the connection here. Okay. We are giving the connection here. So this is what the SQL transformation we will use. And next one is stored procedure transformation. The stored procedure transformation, right? So if you look at here, stored procedure transformation. So first of all, we should know the stored procedure. So that's what some project, right? They will be still using the stored procedure for their some of the calculations. Okay. If they are finding some slowness in the Informatica mapping, or they have already existing logic in the Oracle SQL, PL/SQL, then they will go for the stored procedure transformation. Stored procedure is nothing but it is a pre-compiled object stored in the database. So compile once, execute multiple times. So no need. So if you are executing the same SQL query every now and then, so Oracle will do the parsing, and then it will go for the access path, and then it will generate the execution plan, and everything it will take, right? It will take some time. Instead of that, if you have compiled one time, then it will have all the parsing, syntax error, everything will be checked, and then it will be stored as a object in the database, and then you can call that stored procedure. Okay. Stored procedure is a passive transformation. We have seen so far two transformation as passive. One is expression, other one is sequence generator. Next passive transformation is stored procedure. We have connected as well as unconnected stored procedure. By using the stored procedure transformation in Oracle, we can call the procedure or functions. Both we can call the same way how we have the lookup. We have connected and unconnected. Here also we have the connected stored procedure and unconnected stored procedure. Same way for condition based procedure call, you can go for the unconnected stored procedure. So you consider this particular stored procedure. This procedure will do, if I'm going to pass the employee ID as input, and then it will give you salary as output, the total salary as output. What is the total salary? So I'm passing the employee ID for the particular employee. It will calculate salary plus salary into the commission percentage. It will find the total salary here. I just created one simple logic here. So this is what the logic I have created. This logic can be achieved by using expression also, but the aim is to have the stored procedure here. Okay, instead of this this scenario, we may have in real-time scenario, we may have a complex logic. Okay, that's already been running. You can execute from Informatica. If you want to revoke any stored procedure from Informatica, then we can go for the stored procedure transformation. So create or replace procedure name, stored procedure name, and then you can pass this value. So employee input parameter number, then I'm getting O salary as the output parameter, both input parameter and output parameter also number. So you can watch my procedure session. You can get idea about the procedures. What is procedure? Why we are writing the procedure and all about. It's a very rare scenario we will use in our real-time project, the procedure and all. But if you want to execute any dynamic table or anything, you can go for the procedure. Okay, salary. This is what I have calculated. I am passing this. What are I'm getting the employee ID, right? Here I'm passing that employee ID, and then I'm getting this one. So you can write the same thing in function also. Function should have a return value. So here, this is what the function I have written. So just I'm going to execute this procedure. You can go for any complex procedure also. Just I'm executing this procedure here. See here, stored procedure. It has been compiled. So one time it will be compiled. If you want to execute manually, then you can go for exec. The procedure name, you have to pass the parameter and you have to get the value. So here you cannot directly use exec since we have the input and output parameter. You have to use something like the anonymous block. So that we can have it in the stored procedure. But here I have just executed. I'm going with this Informatica. I will just create one stored procedure transformation. I will create on mapping m underscore connected stored procedure. Okay, connected stored procedure. Just I'm creating it connected one. Click on OK. Okay, click on OK, and then we can take employees as input. I'm taking the employees as input, and I'm taking one of the table in target. I have just created one table with the total salary. So I will show you that table. Instead of manager ID, I just created one table called total salary. Just a T underscore employees underscore SP. This is the table. But this table I will first of all I will truncate. So here it has been truncated. Now I'm going to run this. So this is the stored procedure table. So here in this table, instead of manager ID, I just created, I have renamed that column as total salary. Just I renamed salary, commission percentage, and total salary. So you can also rename the table by creating a new table. You can take this, and I'm calling this stored procedure now. It's very simple only. Either stored procedure you can call as a transformation, or you can write the procedure and you can call in workflow level. So workflow level, take it as assignment. Just to do it. If you are not able to do, I will tell you how to call. Okay, just you have to write the procedure in the pre-SQL, post-SQL, you have to call that. That's all. Okay, so try that. And this is what the stored procedure transformation, PFX. Okay, so this is a stored procedure transformation. Click on, so you can create it, and it will ask where you want, where is the stored procedure. It is there in the source, Oracle source, right? We can give HR and HR connected. It will pull all the procedure and functions. So we have written the procedure. So this is the procedure here. We can take that, and it will have one input port, one output port. You can pass the employee ID input, O salary as the output. Okay, O salary as the output. Since it is a passive transformation, we can connect all the columns from here. Okay, since it is a passive, right, we can connect it. So department ID, commission percentage, all this we have connected. Since it is a passive, we can connect, but if it is an active, we cannot connect here. Okay, remember this. Sometimes you are trying to connect, right? You'll be getting error like you cannot join here. Active and active, you cannot join. Okay, so now I'll go to the workflow. It's very simple only. Go to this workflow underscore stored underscore procedure, connected stored procedure. Okay, connected stored procedure transformation. Okay, so now I will take, this is the one I can go for. So here I can take connected stored procedure. You can go for link task, double click to mapping. Source should be pointing to source, target should be pointing to target, and I'm just a truncate and load, enabling, and then stored the procedure also you have to provide a connection. Okay, it is showing like $target. It's a parameterized one. Instead of $target, you have to give source connection. We can give $source, but see, this is the one, relational Oracle underscore SRC. Click on OK, just save. I'm going to run it. Start workflow. It should be started. Connected stored procedure. This is also same like our lookup only. So if you look at here, the total salary should be calculated now. Okay, total salary. If the salary is 24,000, commission is null, you are getting 24,000. If the salary is 40,000, commission is 0.4, like 40%, then we are getting 56,000. So like this, you can calculate some values, okay, by using the stored procedure. See, I asked you to do stored procedure call in the pre-SQL, post-SQL, right? You can create one dummy mapping, okay, dummy mapping, and then you can go to the pre-SQL, post-SQL, you can just call the pre-SQL or post-SQL, you can call. Sometimes after loading the data, you want to do update or anything, or you want to execute some procedure. So that is also you can call in the post-SQL. So how to create dummy mapping? Just you create one dummy source, dummy mapping, just you can go for some dummy mapping. You can create it, show you if there is any dummy mapping. Okay, there is no dummy mapping here, but we can create the dummy mapping, okay, here, just making that m underscore dummy underscore mapping, source and target. So even you can take one dummy, you can take one table, okay, some test table and all. It will not connect. Simply we can take dummy and then source and target. You can create one map workflow in the workflow, or you can take this employee table itself, the source qualifier. You can make where 1 equal to 2 or 1 equal to 0. It will not pull any data. Or you can place one filter transformation here. You can filter out all the record. Then in workflow level, we can make the pre-SQL, post-SQL, you can use that. So this is the stored procedure connected one. I want to go for unconnected, right? Just I'm copying it. Unconnected stored procedure. Whenever I'm going for unconnected, right? So what I have to do, normally we have to go for expression transformation, correct? Same way how we will use unconnected lookup. Same way I will go for expression transformation. Here I will use expression. You can select all the columns from here. You want the total salary after commission percentage. I will create a total salary here. O underscore total underscore salary here. It's a decimal. You can go for, this is the one. And total salary, I can go for, just you have to call the procedure. How to pass? It's the same way. If you have stored procedure here, you can double click on it. See here, colon, normally we'll use colon LKP dot lookup transformation name bracket, you will pass, right? The same way here also. Colon stored procedure name, the bracket, you have to pass the field. So which field we are passing? Employee ID. And we have to use one default option is called proc result. For unconnected one, you have to use proc result as a default one. So whatever the return port, it will be returned here. The proc result, it will be passed here only. So validate, it will be validated. Click on OK. And this one you can give here. Okay. Apply. Okay. So for a stored procedure unconnected also, no need to give any return port and all. If it is a function, then you have to enable the return port. If it is unconnected stored function, then you have to create one return port. Control yes. Manually, I will truncate this table to show you that this table has been loaded. I will truncate. And then I will show you there is no data. I'll go and create a workflow. WF underscore unconnected stored procedure. Okay, you can click on this and go for choose the corresponding mapping, and you can click on mapping and go for source, and this should be a target. Here also I'm just doing the truncate and load, and stored procedure also you have to check the connections. So you have to check the connection as this is the one. Can OK, apply, then check whether it has been correctly updated. Control yes. Now I'm going to execute it. Just try this. Okay, so you can have this. It's running now. Unconnected stored procedure also is running. So whenever the same way, whenever we want to go for conditional based stored procedure call, then we have to go for this one. Okay, clear? So now I'm selecting it. See this one, we have the total salary has been calculated. Those who are getting commission also it is calculating correctly. Okay, so this is what normally stored procedure will go for. Stored procedure is a passive transformation. I have given this document, the function also I have written. Please take this function and try the stored function. Okay, stored function transformations. Just to try this. So any doubt in the stored procedure, and also stored procedure call in the session level. These two you try. If you are not able to do, I will do it tomorrow in our session. Okay. Any questions? Stored procedure.
Can we use package here? No, right?
No.
Okay.
Only stored procedure or functions.
Okay. What is the difference between SQL transformation and lookup transformation, Chandra?
That's what lookup we have. We can look up some value by passing that, right? Passing some input parameters, input value. SQL transformation also same way, but if you look up, you are getting some cache issue, right? And all you can try with SQL transformation, and also you can go with script mode. Okay, script mode. You can execute SQL by passing some values. Different SQL you can execute from the Informatica. In the database level, you can go and execute some SQL. You can get the values. That you can go for the SQL transformation.
Okay.
So SQL transformation, we have two different modes, query mode and script mode. Just we have completed query mode today. Just to try the script mode. It's very simple. Even the same SQL you can write, and then write same SQL, and then you can use it in one single file, and then the file you can call. Okay. It will be called. Shall we see one more transformation, Java transformation? Okay, so we will see the Java transformation. See, Java transformation also, it's very rarely used. And whenever we need to implement some complex logic and all, normally, so in our real-time projects, we are using for Java transformation for encryption, decryptions. So that too a reusable logic. Okay, encryption, decryption, reusable logic. So you can go for the Java transformation. We can have this Java. So Java transformation provides a simple and native programming interface to define the transformation logic. Okay, so whenever, see, you remember in expression transformation, I have given two documents. The second one is looping, right? Looping. So that one you can complete by using the variable port. I just, if you are very well in Java, then you can do the Java. So normally, whatever we are doing it in Java, we will try to do in our all the different transformation. But sometimes those who are very well in the Java, they will write the Java code and then they will call the Java from this transformation. Is it active or passive? So both it is an active or passive based on the number of record we are taking, right? It is an active or passive. Once we have defined as active, then we cannot change it as passive, or once we are defined as passive, we cannot change it after that. Okay. So this is what we have the transformation. Just I have created one source table, select. So what is the table here? I have created that create table statement also I have given. If you look at here, select star from the table name. So here I have the data for the single record, for the single customer, I have 3 different mobile numbers. For this single customer, I have 4 different mobile numbers. For another record, we may have 1 or 2 or more than 1. If I have more than 1 phone number, then how many numbers are there? Those many number of record you should create in the target. Okay. So like this, select star from. So like this, you have to create. So how to do it, we'll see now. Just we have to create like this. And then for this, we have like this, you have to create one single source record, target is 3. One single source record, target is 4, based on the number of phone number we have defined. So just I have taken the scenario for looping purpose. Okay, for looping purpose. By using this delimiter, I'm finding this delimiter and I'm going for the looping. Whenever I'm encountering the delimiter, next character, I'm going for the next line of, next record I'm going with. Okay. So how to write the Java code? This one, I will be taking the source definition. This is again, you need to know the Java. Okay, Java very well. So you can take encoding, decoding, encryption, decryption logic also. Okay. You look at here, you can pass employee ID, mobile number, and then to the Java transformation, you can get the encryption, decryption logic for that both. And then again, same Java, you can go for decryption logic also. So I'll be getting this. I'm going to the target, connect, T underscore, customer underscore Java, go to mapping, create M underscore Java underscore transformation. Okay. So you can take the source table, you can take the target table. So now I will call the Java transformation here. So this is a Java transformation you can take from here. So it will ask whether active or passive. This is the active one. Why? Because we are having 1 record in source, 3 record we are generating. 1 record for 4 record we are generating. So number of record is increasing. So that is what in Java, this is the input port, this is output group. Okay. So if you drag and drop the group, right? If you drag and drop the value here, it will be created in the output only. So don't drag and drop. So you can go for, so I will remove this. So in the input, keep the cursor here. You create the 4 input, whatever the 4 input we have. So you can take the input columns, customer ID, okay, customer name, and then customer date of birth, TOB, and mobile number. Okay, mobile numbers, mobile underscore numbers. So like this, I'm just creating it, and we can have, we have to define the data type. So what are the different data types are there? We have to define that. So this customer ID will be decimal. So we have the decimal number of 10. Customer name is string. We can have as 100 characters. Customer date of birth. It's a date and time, right? Date and time. And then mobile number string, you can have the 100 characters. Okay. Then you can keep the cursor here, create a target. Okay. Target. And this one you can go for O underscore customer ID. Just I'm creating as O. O is nothing but output port. Then O underscore customer underscore name. Then O underscore date of birth. O underscore mobile. So here I will use only date of birth. We can have anything, but just I'm making that output port. Okay, this is also decimal. String 100. Then date of birth, date and time, O underscore mobile, it's a 100 digit. Then apply and go to the Java code. We can go to the Java code here. So predefined code will be there. These are all commented out. You can remove this code and we can write our own Java code. So look at here. Just I'm getting a string str equal to, for this is the variable. Okay, this is the variable to get all the mobile numbers. Okay, string str is a variable called str. String is nothing but data type. Mobile numbers, right? So input mobile numbers, I'm getting this in this particular variable. And then I'm just creating one temporary variable with the null values temp. Okay, I'm not assigning any values here. Just I have created the variable called temp. Just I have assigned a null value. Okay, I can go for, this is string. Can go for string delimiter. So I can use the delimiter as the tilde symbol equal to, here I have to use double quotes, tilde symbol, double quotes. I'm just using string delimiter equal to the delimiter value. Okay, just I'm giving the hard coded value. Same way here, how I have defined, same way I have defined the variable called delimiter. I'm just making that the tilde symbol. Then I can go for temp equal to string, going to split it, split delimiter. Based on the delimiter, I am splitting the value and storing it in the temp variable. Okay, I'm splitting it based on the delimiter. This is the method. Okay, in Java we have the method. So this method will be called. Just I'm going for for loop. I will take for I equal to 0. I is less than temp variable dot length. then I plus plus. So here I is integer. We can define the above also. I is integer, or you can here itself you can use define, and then you can use the open bracket and closed bracket. So here we have to mark all the field. So customer ID, customer name, date of birth. O underscore cust ID is nothing but cust ID. O underscore cust name equal to cust name. O underscore DOB equal to DOB. If it is cust DB, you can cust DOB, you can mention that cust DOB. O underscore mobile equal to mobile numbers. Sorry, not mobile numbers. We have to use the temp value, temp of I. Then I have to use generate row. See, what is this function, right? This function, this method. What is this? This will generate each and every row based on this value. Generate row. So this is one simple logic, simple Java code. So once we have written, we have to compile it first of all. We will check whether it is compiled or not. If it is not compiled, say for an example, if I haven't used this integer, if you are compiling it, you will be getting error. Cannot find a symbol that I showing like I here. Okay, variable cannot find symbol. So just we have to declare it, say integer value. Then compile it, it will compile it. Sometimes you will be having the jar. If you go for full code, right, it will show you based on this code. It will import all the packages, everything. So it will create Java transformation, will create all the logic. Look at here. All the logic will be created based on this. So we are not going to create but all, it will automatically create. Apply. Okay. Then pass the value. Customer ID to customer ID. These 4 values, I'm just getting it. Okay. So here it is string, it is number. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay, no issues. Anyhow, it will come with number only. It will load. If you go here, Java transformation, you can tag the corresponding mapping, double click, go to mapping, source should be pointing to source, target should be pointing to target. Just I'm doing the truncate and load. Java, no need to give the connection and all. Java, there is no connections, okay? If any jar file is there, we have to define the jar file here. Executable jar file, okay? Before starting this table, I will truncate. So we have seen 3 transformation today. So please practice all the transformation. I will give you exercise for this. You try it. If not, you let me know tomorrow. We will do it, okay? It's failed. Bind column with index, big decimal. Okay. So some data type issue, we will check it why. Decimal, string, date and time, string some columns it has been taken, some character and all. So what I will do Control X, save this. Customer ID. Okay, you are getting double here. Okay, that's the reason I think. I have removed this Java code. No. So sometimes what will happen before creating it, if I am just deleting it, save it, and one more time I will take this Java. Before completing, if you are compile it, sometimes the data type will not get correctly loaded. Keep the cursor here. So go for port. So I will create 4 port, customer ID. Quickly I will create customer name, customer date of birth, mobile numbers. Hundred data type is date and time. This is 100. And I will create 4 columns. O underscore cust ID. Okay, so I can go for the Java code. I will take this. Sometimes what will happen, right? Before compiling it, if you are you are opening the full Java code, the data type will not be correctly populated. Now it got loaded correctly, right? Same code only, but the thing is, before that, if you are compiling it, right? Before enabling it, if you are compiling, it will take the data type is different data type. That's what's issue. So you may face this issue in your code also. That's why again you do it. Then after creating it, you compile it. Okay. And generate the full code after that. Otherwise, we have to check all the each and every column data type we have to change in the full code. If you go and check here, it has been created correctly. So 3 times it has been looped out. And this is what. So this definitely you should know the coding. Java code you should know. If you are not very good in Java, try to do it in the expression also. This can be achieved in expression, but some logic cannot be achieved. If anybody is there, like in your team or some teams in the project, you have to get help from them, and you have to write the Java code, and you have to compile it. You have to execute it. Or you can get the Java code from the online also, but you have to check it whether it is working fine or not. Okay. Clear? Just to try these three transformations. Today we have seen SQL transformation, stored procedure, and Java. These 3 are advanced transformation only. Just to try it. I will give you the exercise. Just to try, and rest we will take it tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So I will send. Sorry, I forget. I think I will send it. Okay. I will send the last session recording as well as exercises and everything.
Okay, Chandra.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, just to practice it. These 5 transformation I will send it to you by today itself. After 1 hour I will send it. Please practice it by today itself. Okay. If you are going for any interview, they will ask questions. So do you know this all about? Yes, you have to tell at least these points, then they will get convinced. Okay. Thank you all. Then we'll meet tomorrow.